What's up guys? Today in this video I am going to walk you through the entire functionality of adding a commenting service or commenting feature to our video reviews. So on the dashboard, if I right now click on any video, let's say I click on the second one, you will see there are two comments made by me. Okay, and there will be other videos where there are no comments. And if I want, I can add a new comment. For example, I can say this is a nice video. Okay, and once I hit save, it comes over here and basically it is added to the database as well. So if I refresh the page, I can see that it is coming. And the sequence is that I'm showing the latest comment on top, which means let's say, and also something else. If I now save again, my latest comment is coming on top. So obviously there are UI level niceties which I could have added, but right now we are focusing more on the functionalities, and hence this is the video where I walk you through the entire process of setting up the API to handle this commenting feature and then structuring our front end to handle the commenting feature as well. So let's start with the API first. We will see what all code is required for having a basic implementation of comments, and then what are the tests we have written and what is the code to support those tests. So let me go to PHP Storm and let's close everything out. And then I will open up comment add test. So inside comment add test, I could think of primarily three tests which I want to add to confirm that this functionality is working. Initially, the first one is that I need to ensure that the API for adding a comment is only for an authenticated user. So because I already have this helper function inside my base test case class, so yes, it basically asserts a 401. So I'm doing that. I'm sending the first parameter that it's a post URL and the route is comment save, because the middleware will be executed even before it hits the controller. So I don't need to pass any parameter or any post data or anything like that. It basically comes over here. The JSON method is called with the name of the method, which is my first parameter, then the route, and I'm asserting 401. So this is done. Let me close it out. Okay, and then it validates for required fields. So inside that, what I'm doing, I am creating a user, then acting as that user, I am sending a blank post data to, or rather post data to this route. And with that, I'm asserting that I'm getting a 422, I'm getting errors, and in that errors, I'm getting video ID and comment, which means I'm validating for these two fields, right? Okay, so let's open up API. Inside API, this is my comment save. That's the API that we are trying to test. So let's open that up as well. So I have store. Inside this comment controller store method, we can see we have a request class. This request class is authorized true, and then the rule says I need a video ID. It's required, it should be numeric, and it should exist in the video table. I need a comment, and it should be minimum 3. Okay, that's my validation. I get the post data, which is my validated data from this request class. And then I'm injecting the comment service as well. So inside the comment service, I have a method add comment to video. So I'm passing the current user. Okay, again, service should not be aware of the application context, and hence I'm passing the authenticated user from the controller. Okay, and I'm sending the post data. Now let's go into it. The service, what it does a find or fail. If I get that video, I'm doing videos, comments, create. I'm sending the comment and the user ID. Okay, and I get the comment. And in return, what I'm doing is I'm loading the user relation to the comment as well. So which clearly means if I look at my entities, what I have done so far is I have a comment model. Comment model has these three fields as fillable. It has a relation where I'm saying that user is a belongs to, which means a comment belongs to a user and a comment also belongs to a video. And inside the user model, I have user has many comments and hence has many. Okay. And inside the video, I have a video has many comments. So this is my relation. Let's look at the migration as well. We have seen the model, create comment table. This is going to be very straightforward. I have a user ID, video ID, comment, and a status in case I want to moderate it. Okay. The user ID is the current logged in user who is commenting, on which video I'm commenting, and the comment text. Okay. And I have a small little factory which does a very straightforward thing, which is in the definition, I am first of all creating a video. Okay. This video creation will also create a user. So what I am doing is the user ID is the video.user_ID. Video ID is video.id. Text, I'm using faker to generate a sentence. And by default, all comments are active. I could have done a state as well, but fine. Right now I don't need it, so I'm not defining it. Very well. So what have we seen? That I'm getting a user, I'm getting the post data, I'm creating a comment, I'm loading the user relation for that particular comment, and I'm sending it back. So the controller gets that comment object with the user relationship, and I'm sending that as a response with status code 201, which means my third test after the validation is that it adds a new comment. So I create a user, I create a video with that user, which I just created. Okay. I prepare my post data. Okay. And with these three things in place, I am making an API call acting as the user, which I just created. It's a JSON call, a post request to comment save. I'm sending that post data. Okay. And first of all, there's an assertion that it's a 201, which is fine. And then I'm asserting that the JSON object which we are getting in return has certain parameters or certain keys. For example, it should have a data key. In the data, I should have the user key. And also I should have the comment, which matches the post data comment which I have over here. Okay, just so that we are on the same page, I'll just run the PU. Okay, I should have actually dumped that thing so that you understand everything is not just in the air. So as you can see, when I dumped the entire response, I can see that I have comment, I have user object, right? So I'm doing those assertions. So that's as far as the API is concerned. So we saw that this is our API. This is where we are storing. I showed you the model, the factories, and the migrations. Inside here, I have a form request where the validation is happening. I'm injecting the comment service. I get the validated data in an array, and then I send it to my service. The service loads the video through the relation, creates the comment, sends the comment with the user relationship, and that's all that is required from the API to get this functionality to work. Okay, so that's our 3 test cases. All right, let me see. Everything is passing. I think I haven't made any changes. Right. Okay, so that's as far as the API goes. And now let's look at the front end, how we have set up our code. To walk you through the front end application's code, as you can see, I have made changes to 9 files. Let's start with the page first. So I'll go to my code. Inside pages, video, view, okay, ID. This is the component which is being rendered as a page. Okay. Now let's see what changes have I done over here. I can see there are some changes over here and some over here as well, but I'll explain you first of all what I'm doing. So inside the render method, okay, I have the form, comment add form. I'll show you the UI. So this thing with that text box and the save is one component. That's over here. And then I have scope comments.length checked, and if it is more than 0, I am doing a map returning comment card. So each comment like this is one comment card, and this one is one comment card as well. Okay, so that's something which I'm iterating over. Now, why scope comments? Let's go to the top and see what we have done. Now I am getting the video object while the server side rendering is happening. So if we see, this is my get server side props, and here I'm getting the video. And what I have done is video controller. That's interesting. Right. Inside the video controller, for the view, I just added one line of code, which is I am loading the video with these relations. I'm loading the comments and I'm loading the comments.user. That's the only change in the view of video. And hence, I started getting those things inside my props. Okay, like this. And I have updated my interface iVideo with those properties as well. So I initially had till here the video ID, and you can see I have added this new line where I have a comments object, or rather an array, and that comment array has iComment. iComment is one more structure. Okay, I like the idea of creating these interfaces when I am extending the objects. It helps me in the development, and also it's a nice thing with TypeScript to define and tell TypeScript what kind of object it is expecting. Okay. Anyways, so let's move ahead. So we are saying that we have a new array in our video object, which is comments. So I destructured it. And then if you understand that in a React component, you cannot modify a prop object. Okay, whatever you're getting in a prop, you can't modify it. It's a read-only object. So what's the problem with that? The thing is, when a comment is added, right? When I am saying adding a new comment, so what is happening? If you see this loop, right, which is running on scope comments.map, right? Here, a new item will be added when the comment is saved to the database and is returned back. So like this, I have the third comment, which means now I am adding one more item to the state. Okay, but then I said state because on props, I can't run that push, right? If comments is an array, I need to push to that particular array. And hence what I did, I assigned whatever is coming from that, destructured comments into a state variable. So scope comments, I had to give a different name, scope comments, because comments was already there. Okay, so scope comments and set scope comments. Okay, I am using the use state hook, right? And I get it by default because it is a server-side rendered component. Now, with this, as you can see, this entire map function makes sense, right? I'm sending the individual comment to the inside component, and that's how it is able to understand the data structure. If I look at the comment card, it's a very simple component rather, which is it takes the iComment, okay, the comment object as a prop. I'm showing the username, I'm showing the comment. That's about it. Okay, it is not doing any logical thing in it. It's a very dumb component, to be frank. Okay, so this is now done. Now let's look at the comment add form. So the comment add form takes two props. One is the video ID and one is handle comment add. Why do we have this? So let's go inside the comment add form to understand what is happening. Now I have an interface, props, video ID is required, handle comment is a function, and to that function I need to pass the comment. Okay. And it's a void because it does nothing basically. Okay. Now we are exporting comment add form. It's a React component where we are passing the props. I destructured the video ID and the function which is coming as a property. Okay, a prop rather. Now this is a form, right? It's a formic form. So let's see what we have done. We have initial values, comment which is empty. On submit, I have a handle submit function, which is very straightforward. I have a validation schema which says comment schema. Comment schema has only one thing in it, which is a required text field with minimum 6. Oh, it should be 3. My mistake. Okay, so code review got done while I was explaining it to you. So the schema is here. I have this schema, and then we have destructured values, handle change, handle blur, because these are typical things which we will need. And inside the form, I have the text area. Okay, inside the text area, the value of the text area is coming from the initial value which I have set. Then we have passed the on change and on blur for the validation, and I'm also showing the validation message over here. And lastly, we have our save button. That's the end of our form. But then on handle submit, right? We said on handle submit, we are doing this. What are we doing? We have our values, we have formic helpers. This is what we get with the handle submit of the formic component. Okay. So we are making an AJAX call by calling the service. I have a comment service dot save video comment. I'm passing the video ID and the comment, because if you remember inside our video, no, not video, comment controller, comment add request, the request is looking for a video ID and a comment. Hence, we are sending these two keys. The video ID is coming to this particular form through a prop, because from the page, we have the video ID on the page. We don't have it on the component, the form component, right? So we are passing it. And the comment is obviously what is there in the text area. So with these two keys passed, I need to see what is happening in the service. So let's see what's happening in the service. I get the auth headers. I make an instance of Axios. I do the axios.post. This is my URL. Obviously, it's a string API/video/comment. Not too fancy. We have done it quite a few times. So this is the URL. I'm sending the post data with the auth headers. And whatever is coming is being returned, which means this response is something which is coming from the service. Now, obviously, right now I have only handled the 201. So if my status is 201, I'm calling this function handle comment add. Okay, but before that, obviously, I'm resetting the form. So once the okay, I could have done it on success, but yeah, I think I should actually do it on success. Let's just say I have an if condition that if this is true, okay, this makes more sense, which is if I have a success, only then I'll clear the form. Otherwise, if there are errors, I may want to retain the comment in case the user wants to change the original comment. Right. So if my status code is 201, then I know that my comment was created. I reset the form and I call this function coming from the prop and I send the comment data. Okay. How do I know it's a comment data? If we go to comment controller, the store method saves the comment, or rather sends the comment back inside the data property. So in here we have response.data.data. Okay. And then this is the component which is handling this function, what is in this function. So when this function is getting called, it gets the comment, right? And what we are doing is the state which has set scope comments, I'm calling that function, I'm adding the comment, and then I'm adding the rest of the scope comments as well. So that's how the new state is updated with the new comment that I have just posted. Correct? So a quick recap. On the video detail page, we have the rendering of the comment form. We are rendering the comments based on the state. The state is here. I've used the useState hook. I'm getting the comments from the API because I have added the relation of comments to the video, right? And then we are sending the video ID and the function to handle the comment add to the comment add form. And then in the comment add form, we have our entire logic where first the form is being submitted. We are sending the data to the service. The service is making an API call. If I get a success, right, I am adding the comment object to the state, right? So yeah, this is how we are able to get this entire functionality in place. So there are videos where we have no comments, and I can add a comment now. This is first comment to this video. Okay, and I save. This is it. I go to dashboard. There are comments on other videos as well. So you can see we have this functionality rolling in. So yes, that's about it, guys. That's how I created this entire comment functionality in our video reviews application. I will commit the code so you can get both of them on the GitHub repository that is mentioned in the description below. So yes, if you like this video, do click on the thumbs up icon, and yes, don't forget to subscribe to my channel.